Elton Castee has just dropped the hardest hints that him and Matt Rife are absolutely categorically interested in the Conjuring house yet. It came from a live stream that he did about a day ago, right? And it was titled Ghost Hunting at the Warren Museum with the Real Annabelle. Now, obviously, on the Overnight channel, pretty much every single one of the live streams and videos that they've done so far has involved the Overnight at the Warren's Occult Museum in some capacity. And we've just had the news, of course, that the Conjuring house will be going up for sale on the 31st of October. So just over a month away at the time of me recording this video. And it's a pretty big deal because obviously everyone is wondering who is going to be taking on the Conjuring house, who's going to be the highest bidder. I know that Jacqueline Nunez, of course, isn't even allowed in the state of Rhode Island because there is an arrest warrant out for her at this current time. So the big question is, who's going to take it on? Will it be good for the property? And will they be able to do a good job? Now, obviously, that is down to personal preference and opinion. That's not for me to pass judgment on. But Elton and Matt have already kind of expressed some kind of interest in purchasing the paranormal property back last year when everything kicked off with Jacqueline Nunez. Obviously, they put out stating about how they would clear all the debt, they would pay off all the people that lost out on wages, and they take on the property, of course, and try and do the best that they can with it. Now, we're about a year on. The house is foreclosed by the bank. They are selling it on. We don't know how much it's going to go for or what the starting bid will be. But we can imagine it will probably go for what it's valued at from a couple of years ago, which was around $1.5 million. I imagine there'll probably be also at least, I don't know, $500,000 to $1 million worth of renovations to be done on the property to get it up to standard, because that was one of the key reasons as to why it got shut down towards the end of last year. But in the most recent, live stream, they did tease that they are aware that the property is going up for sale and that they are somewhat interested. Take a little listen to this. This was the first part. So this was about 8 minutes in, and Elton kind of dropped the nugget that he is aware of the property going up for sale.
Again, all the nights are sold out, which is absolutely insane. Also, for the record, yes, I know the Conjuring house is going up for auction on Halloween. Yes, we are working on opening a new museum for the Warren Occult Collection, so more people can be able to come and experience the artwork, the items, the history, the legacy, the family, all of it up Ed and Lorraine Warren, as well as all of the artifacts. And that would mean a new location. And as of now, it seems like our plan is still summer next year, which is why our bookings stop at May 10th, just to answer that question.
There you go. So yeah, there's a bit of an understanding, obviously, throwing in the nugget there. Yes, we're very well aware that the Conjuring house is going up for sale. Didn't really say too much about it, then spoke about the movement and relocation of some of the haunted artifacts so that other people can, experience them, let's say, or some of the artwork at least. Maybe not the haunted objects. I could be wrong with that one. Correct me down in the comments. Now, he does also mention other parts of the Conjuring house as well. This isn't the only time. It's like not a one and done situation here. So around an hour and 45 minutes into this investigation, it is thrown out there again that they are aware of the property. Take a little listen to this.
So technically it'll be Halloween when we film here. But that will be for the Overnight channel with Jerry and Ginger, and you won't be here. But yeah, so we're doing that. Are you going to bid in the Conjuring house? We're very interested. Mods are badly needed on TikTok.
It doesn't say much, right? Literally just says, we're very interested. That is all that he has to say with regards to that. But again, that just kind of throws his hat in the water, throws his hat in the ring and says, yeah, we're very interested in the property. Now, it doesn't stop there, as there is one final moment where he kind of mentions his interest in getting the Conjuring house. Take a little listen to this part right here.
When we did those 9 straight nights, like if not, I wouldn't even have new videos to film. But yes, after October, we have, again, Overnight channel has 4 more videos coming up from Sally House, Axe Murder House, Malvern Manor, and Farrar Schoolhouse with Sam Colby and with Matt. That's all coming out. And then we'll have probably, one more Warren House video filmed on October 30th. And then we're going back to filming normal videos on this channel again as well. So Yeah. And maybe if all goes well, we'll film a video at the Conjuring house. Never know. You never know, right? You never know. All right, I'm gonna end our stream.
There you go. So he says, if all goes well, there could be a video at the Conjuring house. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's got the intent of purchasing it and then filming them. I mean, he does, because he's literally said that they're very interested. But regardless of who gets it, you know, chances are there might be a video at the Conjuring house. At this point, it's just paranormal monopoly. You know, to see who can basically outbid each other and who can get the most bang for their buck and who can kind of collect the most haunted artifacts and properties. They've done a great job of getting the Occult Museum. If they get the Conjuring house, obviously, a lot of people are saying that Elton and Matt are the right people for the fit, and that they can offer the property what it needs and will give it the love and attention that it so deserves and craves at this point. Now, obviously, everything so far has been going swimmingly, right? Well, not necessarily, because Elton did kind of speak out over on Twitter after the purchase of the Occult Museum to talk about some of the disappointment that he had. Obviously, when he purchased the Occult Museum, every Tom, Dick, Harry and their cat was making videos about it, talking about it. From debunkers talking about it, to me talking about it, to other people talking about it. Everyone was like, oh wow, because it was a big deal. And it would seem that some people weren't getting the facts straight from the get-go. Now, obviously, I know, like, I don't think I'm included within this, because Elton himself or the Overnight channel, whoever it was, has actually commented on my videos, actually essentially praising me for using facts instead of going off of assumptions, which, respect to me, by the way, just pat myself on the back for that one. Anyway, he stated, the irony of so many content creators making videos about our content review policy while having wrong information in their own videos about that policy. You are the literal reason this policy has to exist. We provide a website to copy and paste from and contact form to ask questions with, yet it is easier to make things up and than be diligent and factual. Not one of these channels has sent an email to ask anything, and now I know because I've responded to every single email that has come in. One of the biggest stories on TikTok's recent months was an entirely made up in regards to quote unquote the Annabelle went missing. It's something I have to explain every single day. It's easier to blatantly make things up for content, and our goal is to simply prevent misinformation. I'm a 10-year content creator with probably 1,000 hours of content on YouTube. Submitting content for approval and paying a small fee for the process and the assets we provide is extremely common in historical and well-known or most state-owned properties. None of these locations provide a single thing to add to your video. We're handing over drone, B-roll, history sheets, archival photos and videos, saving content creators time while on location and in editing. Which in theory helps offset the review fee so we can have our staff watch through all the content. But I guess some people thrive on being hateful instead of conversational, sorry, couldn't get that word out, bringing us right back to the beginning. It is kind of that way inclined. So, you know, taking a bit of a deep dive there into, I know a lot of people were kind of talking about and scrutinizing going through this process of getting your footage viewed, vetted and approved before allowing to be uploaded. That was a very common practice at the Conjuring house. I don't believe they charged you at the Conjuring house for the service, but again, well, they did charge you a premium to create content there, so I guess that was included within that fee. But it's not all bad, as Elton did later tweet out stating, first 100 nights at the Warren House sold out in 12 hours. Very excited for you all to experience the home and museum. Every day I'm working on making the best experience possible and adding in surprise artifacts to the home that we found during the renovation process. Very exciting stuff. Obviously, a bit of an amalgamation of kind of everything that's gone on with Elton so far with regards to the properties, you know, plural there, obviously, because he's stated interest in the Conjuring house. But I don't know, a lot of people are throwing around the idea that it should go back to Corey and Jen. Obviously, it's up to them whether they actually want to go ahead with purchasing the property back. You know, obviously there's going to be a lot of work that goes into it, blood, sweat, tears, and money. So it's going to be a big financial burden before it becomes a financial asset. But what do you guys make of this? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Are Matt and Elton the right people for it? Do you think it should go to someone else? Do you think they've already got their hands full with the other property? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. While you're down there, jump scare the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.